So one of the things I told you guys a while ago was even more correct than I thought at the time when I said it, because I made the point that Joe Rogan is now in the social circle of Donald Trump, of J.D. Vance, of Dana White. He's always been in the same social circle as Dana White, but now Dana White is in close with Donald Trump and J.D. Vance. But even now, Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, Mark Andreessen, Mark Zuckerberg. Joe is now in that social circle. This is the water he swims in. This is who he runs with, right? And as a direct result of that, you're never going to get the absolute best case scenario you will ever get from Joe Rogan from now until the end of time is both sides bullshit. That's the best you're going to get. And even now, that's becoming more and more rare, right? Like, he's sort of abandoned even the both sides are bad shit, and he's still doing the, he literally was running cover for the Epstein class pedophiles the other day with Mike Benz on his show, fucking soft peddling what was going on, not mentioning Elon Musk, not mentioning how Trump is guilty in the files, right? And so I want to remind you, here's what Rogan said on his show. I believe this was within the past year. Listen to what he said, okay? Watch this.
He's an odd guy. Just very different. You know, like what you'd expect from him, very different than what people think of him, and also just very different as a president. A guy who just calls you or texts you out of the blue. Also, he makes, when he texts you, you have an Android, so it won't go through with you. But with my iPhone, he makes the text go big. Like,
Is that right?
USA is respected again. Like, all caps, and it makes the text enlarge. It's kind of ridiculous.
So he's talking about Trump there. He's like, oh, he'll call you out of the blue. Wait, what? So you're saying Trump calls you out of the blue? You're saying he texts you and he does use the iPhone effect where the thing gets bigger and he says, USA is respected again, Joe. We're respected again. You're saying the quiet part loud, Joe. You're telling everybody, hey, you know how you're all mad because I'm not holding Trump accountable? I'm not holding MAGA accountable. I'm not telling the truth anymore. I'm protecting the Epstein class. Well, the reason why is because I text with these guys. I talk on the phone with these guys. But ready? So this was only Rogan had said this. Now the other day, and shout out to the YouTube channel here, Ebb and Flow. They do some great work. You can go subscribe to them. But they caught this in another interview that Trump did. Listen to what Trump says here.
Joe Rogan was one of your biggest endorsers in 2024. He said he understands that the president's sort of plan to deport people here who are here illegally, but he also understands why critics compare ICE officers to the Gestapo asking people for their papers. What's your response to him?
Well, look, first of all, he's a great guy. We had a tremendous success before the election. I think it was his biggest interview ever, and over 300 million people. It was very good. She didn't want to do it, you know. She decided not to do it because she's not capable. But I spoke to him 3 days ago. We had a great conversation. And all I'm doing, I have to keep...
Did he mention this to you? Did you guys talk about this, the ICE enforcement?
Yeah. Just had a good conversation. I think he's a great guy, and I think he likes me too.
Yeah.
And, you know, liking me isn't important. What happens is that I think we do a phenomenal job, but I don't think we're good at public relations.
What does that mean? You've said that a couple times now. What do you mean by that?
We don't sell the great job that we're doing.
Quote.
Okay, that's insane. So what Trump is saying here is, I'm doing everything amazing. I'm doing everything tremendous. I'm doing everything perfect. But the problem is, we don't do good PR. How the fuck are you going to do good PR when you just shot an American in the back and murdered him when he was no threat at all to ICE agents? How are you going to do good PR when Renee Good got shot in the face by a fucking roided up psychopath out there who shouldn't have been out there? How are you going to do good PR when ICE is illegally occupying a major American city and causing all these problems? How are you going to do good PR when you're fucking warmongering and bombing like 7 different countries? How are you going to do good PR when you get caught every other day in another massive fucking scandal like when you crypto scammed your own fucking supporters? There's no good PRing your way out of that. You're fucking destroying everything. Inflation's out of control. Unemployment's out of control. People are fucking struggling. Your approval rating's at 36%. There's no fucking... What are you talking about? But it's interesting because it's the first time he's says like, oh yeah, I know I'm not doing well. It's the PR problem. Well, hold on. Usually you lie and go, no, we're doing great. It's a lie. I've seen posts that say amazing things. Now he's like, all right, yeah, it's kind of bad, right? So that's amazing. But notice he said there, I just talked to him 3 days ago. We had a great conversation. So according to Joe, he was talking about, oh, when he texted me, the thing goes big, you know, whatever. Now Trump said, I talked to him on the phone. You talked to him on the phone? So Trump and Joe Rogan, they're texting and they're calling each other like giddy high school lovers. And everybody's been watching Joe Rogan going, homie, you are washed beyond imagination. You don't tell the truth anymore. You don't say interesting shit anymore. You just ran cover for the Epstein class in your pathetic embarrassment of a podcast with Mike Benz, where you guys whitewashed the fact that there was torture involved, there are children involved, there's fucking murder involved, that Trump is implicated, Elon Musk is implicated. You guys don't talk about that at all. In fact, Mike Benz keeps saying girls juice deals and providing cover for these Epstein freaks. So, again, with Rogan, every now and then he'll do some both sides criticism and like tepidly criticize Trump, but he usually doesn't even mention his name. That's point number one. Point number two is, it's so fucking soft that even his own audience is going, bro, what is going on here? Like, you don't tell the truth anymore. Well, now you know why, bro. What I said before was more true than even I realized. No, they talk on a regular basis. Which also, by the way, I think means he talks to J.D. Vance on a regular basis. I think it also means that he talks to Elon Musk on a regular... We know he talks to Elon Musk on he is literally like a toddler. Like, you know how like a toddler is like in awe of like Santa Claus and they go to the mall to sit on the Santa's lap and they're just like, oh my God, this is the Santa, oh my God. That's Joe Rogan with Elon Musk, right? Like, oh, he's so smart. He makes my brain feel so puny and tiny, and he's like 10 times smarter than I am. I don't even understand what he's saying half the time. No, he's a fucking idiot with a good PR team, and even that now shit the bed because he's in front of cameras too much and he makes an ass of himself so much that now fucking everybody hates him, except Joe Rogan. So this is what happens when you're friends with Peter Thiel, when you're friends with Elon Musk, when you're friends with J.D. Vance, when you talk on the phone and text with Donald Trump on a regular basis, is you are not going to hear Joe Rogan tell the story of Rosa Gonzalez, the 80-year-old woman, the grandma, who was carpet bombed in Caracas by the U.S. military when they went in and kidnapped Maduro illegally. You're not going to hear that. He's not going to tell you that, okay? Joe Rogan is not going to talk in any serious way about the 135 fishermen who were now murdered in the Caribbean. We have literal lawsuits from the family members of those fishermen suing the Trump regime. Rogan's not going to talk about that. He's friends with Trump. He's not going to accuse him directly of murder, which is what he fucking did. He's not going to accuse him directly of terrorism, which is what he fucking did. You're not going to hear Rogan talk about the genocide in Israel and blame Donald Trump for continuing to send money and continuing to send weapons. You're not going to hear about the genocide in Gaza. You're not going to hear about, Netanyahu being a piece of shit. You're not going to hear about Elon Musk yet again scamming the American taxpayer. You're not going to hear about any of these things. You're not going to hear about, the U.S. military invading U.S. cities illegally. He's not going to talk about the fucking various corrupt deals like the one we just learned about how Qatar gave Trump like $500 million and in return Trump gave Qatar top secret AI chips that now the fear is Qatar's just going to give them to China and China's going to pay them money for it. That we just gave away a total strategic advantage we had because Trump wanted to make another $500 million. Violates the emoluments clause on a regular basis. You're not going to hear about any of this from Rogan. None of it. None of it. And if he brings up any of it, he'll immediately soften the criticism or try to both sides the shit. That's what he'll do. That's what he'll do. And so now here we are. Joe Rogan has completely sold out. By the way, that is literal. In fact, I think I'm going to do maybe tomorrow I'll do a segment on this, but I saw Ahmed and Preach, shout out to them. They did an awesome video where they talked about how Rogan is sold out. And they gave examples I didn't even realize, right? Like, Rogan in the past had said, I will never interrupt a podcast with an ad. I'd never do that. It breaks up the flow of the conversation. Cut to, now he does that all the fucking time, okay? He used to say in the past, oh, I would never take ad money from Big Pharma because Big Pharma is evil in what they do. Well, cut to now, who's he taking ads from? Fucking DraftKings. Gambling shit. Which, by the way, is nothing but a big ruse. You guys know this, I'm sure, that statistically, like, if you start to win in these gambling apps, they ban you. They ban you. So you're only allowed to keep using them if you perpetually lose and basically donate your money to them. Now Joe Rogan is doing ads for DraftKings. So Mr., I'm not a sellout, I have integrity. Now the ads are running in the middle of the show like you said they never would, and you're running ads for fucking DraftKings. You're now selling out to these degenerate gambling ass companies that are just stealing from Americans. Okay? Guys, he has no principles, he has no morals, he has no ethics. The more he descended into that MAGA world, the more the moralities and ethics and principles just totally evaporated. And now, look, it's sad. It is genuinely sad to me. You gotta remember, Rogan was, I actually viewed him as a friend, and I was on his show like 6 times, and I actually thought he was serious in that at the time he supported Bernie Sanders. He seemed to be a generally good guy with left-leaning tendencies. And then as time goes by, it's like his brain fucking melted, right? It's like the Gen X led brain thing. Like he just lost it. He just lost it. Now he's totally, immersed in that right-wing world, and the old guy is gone. But the only thing that gives me solitude over it is that everybody's noticed it and everybody's waking up and everybody's going, I don't want to fucking watch this anymore. So he might be high in the podcast charts right now, but he does not have the shine that he used to have, right? That show is not what it used to be. And now you see a scenario where there's just as many people who are now interested in like Too Lazy to Try and all the anti-Rogan sphere channels that are out there, right? Shout out to put your favorite, like Podcast Cringe is another one. Put your favorite anti-Rogan sphere channel in the comment section because they're blowing up like a motherfucker. But beyond that, you also have people abandoning Joe Rogan and going to like Midas Touch and going to this channel and going to Breaking Points and going to, you know, others as well. Like their ecosystem is falling apart. It actually is. Like they're on the Titanic and that motherfucker is sinking right now. Okay. And that part I like to see, but it sucks because, you know, when Andrew Schultz is seemingly more responsible now with his platform than Joe Rogan, when fucking Tim Dillon is now like running circles around you when it comes to integrity, like that's embarrassing. I still think Andrew Schultz and Tim Dillon are too both sidesy, of course. I still think they're too much false equivalency, but they're definitely ahead of Rogan when it comes to this stuff. I mean, they're not running cover for the Epstein class right now. They're not. Rogan is. So, just embarrassing. But now you know why. He's texting Trump, he's calling Trump, and all Rogan wanted, this is the important point, guys, all Rogan wanted was a seat at that motherfucking table. That's all he wanted. Now he's got the seat at the table of power. Now he's got the seat. So, what do you get? Fucking horrible content that runs cover from them. There's a very crucial lesson in here. You can never sell out your integrity. You can never stop telling the truth. The audience will sniff it and abandon you immediately. And try to stay away from those circles of power because that will taint your perspective. That will taint your worldview. And that's what happened here with Rogan. And it's an embarrassing and horrible thing to see. All right, guys. That's the show, man. I love you all very much. Thank you, as always, for listening. You guys know the deal, man. Everybody, please do me a big favor and subscribe to the channel and click that bell icon. You can also support the show on Patreon. Just $2 a month goes a long way. $5 a month goes a long way. If you want to go crazy, you give me $7 a month. That goes a long way. Really does help out. Thank you for everybody who supports Crystal Kyle and Friends on Substack. You can sign up for that below, or you can tip with that thanks button on YouTube. Remember, guys, as I always say, this is real independent media. You'll never see me do an ad read. I've never talked to an advertiser. I've never talked to a billionaire or PAC or government or anything like that. I will maintain that independence. You have my word on that front. You never have to worry about us selling out here ever, 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 ever. Like I said, you guys support the show from the ground up, and we have the default ads on YouTube where there's a giant buffer, and it will always stay like that, okay? But I love you guys, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Everybody have a great rest of your day. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.